Is that the one Matt Late won?
Yes.
So shout out to our friend Matt.
It was you, Matt Late. Ryan Strafford was in there.
Chris Barnes was in there.
Splinty.
Splinty. He keeps dropping diving.
Oh, I know.
I'll tell you what, them Aprilia's mine. So the DC lads, so you got Dean who's bought one and Chris has bought one. And Chris has bought two. He's bought one from Italy and he's bought one, like a home-built one by like the Global Robotics lads.
These people, honestly.
But honestly, there is nothing more twisted than the Supertwin game. It's like one brake horsepower there, people are running 700s, this, that, and up and down. If you want drama, get in the Supertwin.
Did you do
racing.
The full season, or did you did a few though, didn't you?
We did handfuls with accountants. You know, it was just like.
What did you think of it then? Being in that class doing more.
No, it's
because I've seen you in the past. You've dipped in and out, haven't you? But
it's the money element.
You seem
for
to have
us
done
with
more
accountants.
this year.
Yeah, it's just trying to keep the eye in, and we're trying different things with the engine. The thing about Supertwin, I tell you what, right? Anyone who's thinking about getting into Supertwins, borderline don't.
Really?
No,
don't listen to the nasty man.
No. What I mean is, it is arguably the best bike on the grid. Now, I'm not, in my opinion, because they're miniature super bikes.
They're fantastic.
They're open rules. You can change the front ends. You can change this. You can change that. They're a bespoke bike.
Do you need an unlimited sized wallet though?
Massively. That is the truth of it. And the good thing is, because it's a smaller capacity bike, people are trying to tune them up to a living hilt, and there's more. And if you're an engineer in Boffin and you want to build, like what Guy Martin says, he wants to fuck around in a shed, the Supertwin is your bike, and when they go, they're phenomenal.
That's what Johnny Towers used to say. It's like having like your own sort of prototype. You can kind of just do what you want with them.
That's the thing, you know, if you get a stock 1000 or a 600, it's like, well, there's the bike built. You know, there's some beautiful different style bikes out there, but it is all the same.
You haven't ridden a twin, Chrissy?
You haven't, have you?
No, I don't think so. Just an interesting one on, you mentioned about the Chris buying the two Aprilias, like, so the one fully like ready to go from Italy for like a race version of it. And he bought a stand, like a stock one, and then had somebody do it up to like a good spec in this country. And it was, if you go on, I think it's on the DC Racing Facebook page, or might just be on Chris's page, but they did a full comparison and then took them to the dyno, give a full rundown of costs of both, doing it both ways. I need to have a good
look at that,
and then they did a really good
job. There's another feature of the book.
Thank you for giving me a ring, Chris. I'd love to speak to you.
For anyone thinking about going down the Aprilia route for the twin class, it's it's basically the do's and don'ts and like what's better. It's a really good little. It would actually be great for the magazine. Also, because they sell them down at Colchester Kawasaki, they put them on. They stuck them on.
That's number two.
If you go on
Would
YouTube,
you like a rich energy to wash down with that corporateness?
If you go on YouTube, there's a thing of do you know Naomi Morgan, Nick's daughter?
Oh shit!
Naomi put one on the dyno. So if you go on YouTube and as a stock bike, the 660 is it's good power.
It's to be honest, as far as Supertwin racing, go get an Aprilia. That is the truth element. If you go buy a Z650 Kawasaki, they're really low and you have to tune them up. But you see, they've had years of development over the Aprilia. Now, what the Aprilia are banging out and what the DC lads have done is they're banging out like 95 brake off the go.
What's a good?
Now, I think the strongest one I've ridden was actually, don't forgive me for saying this, counting racing, but it was actually the RC Express bike that I rode at the Southern 100. I won both races.
I remember you coming back.
Mate, I came in, right, in the RC Express lads, so I'm going to say how it is. They were like, oh, well, you know, if you can get near the podium, that'll be all right. And I came in, and I remember riding that thing going, holy shit. I rode my own SV650 really building up towards that, and it was just, it actually had more torque in it than a superbike, like on the dyno sheet, and it was just, my god, you just come out of corner and boom, and it was wheels spinning out of turns on a Supertwin. It was phenomenal. And like Adam, who he builds and owns the bikes, and he's in partnership with RC Express, and that thing is his bit. It's a bespoke thing. He does his own engine build and everything. Wow. Fuck, Jesus, it was just woof.
The thing with the twins is, for me, this is terrible, but I didn't really understand twin racing until I started doing the roads, because you don't see that, you know, unless you're doing the clubs and the roads, you know, you come through BSB, you don't see super twins. What are these crazy things? And then you get the roads, it's like, so what's, you know, the first time I started roads was what's lightweight and what's this, that and the other, and then super twins, there isn't these clubs, and it's like once you go down the rabbit hole of super twins,
it is by far, and the thing is, it always gets one race. Saying that 2022, no, 3 even, it's going to be 2 super twin races, not just one. But the thing they realise it is, too, which is that way.
And they sound incredible when they go up.
God, open megas and everything. But you see, it was actually Ryan Farquhar, Rhodes man, if you don't know him, get out underneath the rock that you've been under. But he put the wallet in Supertwin racing. It was always a cheaper class and stuff like that. But you see, fair play to Ryan. He's raised the game on it, and it's just become this beyond bespoke class. And it is proper, but it always invites proper racing. Like, you've got Jeremy McWilliams going on the Northwest and the Ulster, flying round on one of those.
You need to get Chrissy on his twin.
But like, I tell you what, like for your magazine, you want to have a word with Chris and Dean, DC Racing.
But don't tell everybody, man, because the rivals, all the Ukclubsport magazines.
Hold on, this is coming out quite, you've got a few days to get ahead of them, don't you? But you want to get Kevin Watt as well, who Jamie Coward rides for. That is his baby, that bike, and that is a proper thing. And then you've got the pattern element, is the Norton eligible. It's proper drama, but it always invites proper tight racing.
It's a class. It's a brilliant class, and without blowing too much smoke up your bum, you are one of the best Super Twin riders in the country. If you think about it,
well, it's that 900. Right now, it's that 900 engine that we've got in it.
Seriously though, right now, if you put all the twin riders on a grid, you'd either
and
win
bring in
or
the roads as well, though. It's not just about a grid, is it? It's not just about
So the more the Super Twin class gets things, it plays into your favour.
Oh God! Well, no, you see, that's the thing. It's like you need to be on a good bike.
World Super Twin. We don't need World Super bikes anymore. We just want World Super Twins.
Well, like you say, like that gap filler element. It's like Bradley Perry. He went to Super Twin racing and it got him up. But you need. It is such a segregated class if you go to any of these club meetings, because that's the only place you can do it. You Rhodes is the highest end of Super Twin racing. That is the fact. You've got the best lads on the bikes and off you go. But
so nobody needs to come to Croft in March, because Dom will be on the Counting Twin.
No, but in the same breath, but
you'll not win.
No, but I'm not being. No, but in the same breath, you've got Jamie Coward that might turn up. You've got, if Ian Lockett wants to pull his bikes out, you've got two patterns on the grid. Hell, Peter Hickman's going to pull out that Norton at some point, isn't he? And you're thinking, well, the earlier part, we're talking March. And they're going back.
Everyone come to Croft in March, right?
No, but you see, there's only 3 chances to go to Croft, and I think the North East Club survives on Croft because they actually have the scooter racing.
And it's a great track.
I really hope they've got the scooter racing, because that brings a total different.
Especially when you catch them warming up down the airstrip, and they're just riding up and down the airstrip, and it's like, what's that? They're just warming up. It's like, what?